Tudbulol's birth. In this story, I learned that because of the love of the parents of Tudbulol, they will do everything to save their child. They sacrifice everything even when they were struggling. And because of that, Tudbulol became a legendary hero. The Kikim Tree. My reflections in this story is that because of someone's selfishness and have their own interest, everything has changed. Miracles and happiness ceases right away, and bad luck comes after. And all the people affected. In our daily life, we need to be considerate. We need to remember that before doing something, you think it first whether it hurts people around you or not. Why the sky is so high. In this story, I learned that we need to be contented of what the Lord given to us. Instead of murmurings, express and be thankful, and also use the talent and skills for us to enable to survive. The origin of the monkey. What I learned in this story is that laziness was never a happiness. That's why be diligent in all things. These characteristics is important in our daily life. We must work if we want to improve. The origin of the coconut tree. We need to discipline our child the way we want them to be, because we want to understand them that everything has limitations, and teach them that when we want something, it needs to work hard first to be it. There are stars. My reflections in this story, the sun and the moon represents as the parents of the stars. They help each other to fulfill the responsibility each day and night. Now in our own family, we need to do our responsibilities so that we maintain our harmonious and happy life. As a child, like the stars, we need also to help our parents to do our duty. We let them know that we love them and respect them. The story of the dog. In my own reflections about this story, honest person has a big impact in our daily living, especially dealing with other people each day. These characteristics will help us gain trust. Number 8, the legend of the water vine. All things are created by God and have their own purposes, and without it, we will not survive, and each of us has a responsibility to take good care of it. Why the python is no longer poisonous? In my own reflections of this story, sometimes there are people who have insecurities about themselves and have no confidence. When we have insecurity, we feel we are not being good enough. We feel anxiety about our goals, relationship, and ability to handle certain situations. If insecurities will occur, we need to remember that God loves us for what we are. We need to build our self-esteem and be positive always. Why do hens keep on scratching? In this story, the hen and the crow argued. They competed each other. Like this situation, there are some instances happen to us in real life. The pride arises in our hearts. We must learn to be humble and not be and avoid boasting, rather. Why do bats fly at night? I learned this story on how to be watchful and honest person, because I believe that there have consequences of our daily choices, and whatever you do to your fellow man will come back to you eventually. What you sow is what you reap. When you do good things will also come. And when you do bad things, eventually, you will harvest a bad karma. Why the dog barks? Sharing is caring. It is important to give than to receive. Each of us needs help. That's why we need to be kind to our fellow man, so that we feel the real happiness. Why Maya birds eats in the field? Tahaw bird always remind the farmers to plant rice so that Maya could eat. Tahaw wants to fulfill the promise to Maya. In my reflection, Tahaw has a word. He knows to follow the agreement.